Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts. Today we're uncovering the world's rarest and most valuable coins, a rare gem that could be worth millions today. It's a symbol of national pride, royal heritage, and extreme rarity. This coin has become one of the most valuable treasures in Australian numismatic history. Let's unlock the secrets behind this incredible coin. First up, we explore one of the smallest and most overlooked pieces of metal. Most valuable and expensive Australian 5-cent coin from 1989, featuring Queen Elizabeth II. A coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike with its soaring value, jaw-dropping rarity, and rich historical legacy. This isn't just pocket change. This is a multi-million-dollar treasure hiding in plain sight. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this particular coin is considered the holy grail of Australian numismatics, and how it could very well make you a billionaire overnight. Let's travel back to 1989, a pivotal year in the coinage history of Australia. This was a time when decimal currency had already been part of everyday life for over 2 decades. Yet few could have predicted that one specific 5-cent coin from this year would become the stuff of legends. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen, the reverse of the coin features the iconic echidna, also known as the spiny anteater, an animal as unique and enduring as the coin itself. Meanwhile, the obverse bears the elegant third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by the esteemed Raphael David Makhlouf. The Queen is depicted facing right, wearing the magnificent King George IV state diadem, a symbol of royal authority and legacy. This intricate blend of native wildlife and regal symbolism created a design that was both culturally resonant and artistically sophisticated. But what truly elevates this coin to the upper echelons of rarity and value is its extraordinary scarcity in very fine or higher condition. While millions were minted for circulation, most were lost to time, damage, and neglect. Today, finding a 1989 5-cent coin in pristine or near-pristine condition is next to impossible, making it one of the rarest finds in Australian coinage. This coin isn't just rare, it's elusive. Collectors and experts say that the chance of discovering one in VF or better is like winning the lottery. And when such a coin does surface in top grade, it sends shockwaves through the numismatic world. Recent sales have hinted at valuations well into the millions, and serious investors are lining up, knowing full well that the right piece could fetch life-changing sums. The demand for this coin is not a passing trend. It's a feverish obsession. Numismatists around the world are constantly on the lookout for these high-grade 1989 5-cent pieces, and they're willing to pay astronomical amounts for the right one. Auction houses have seen bidding wars erupt over examples that show even minimal signs of original luster, and private collectors are snapping up anything that meets the threshold of exceptional quality. What makes this coin even more desirable is that it represents a perfect storm of rarity, condition sensitivity, and historical importance. It's not just an artifact. It's a piece of Australia's modern identity, cast in nickel and crowned by a queen. Now let's talk investment. If you're lucky enough to own or discover a 1989 5-cent coin in superb condition, you're not just holding a collector's item, you're holding a blue-chip asset. Experts believe the value of these coins will only continue to climb, especially as fewer top-condition specimens remain in circulation. This coin has proven to appreciate dramatically over time, and those who invested in high-grade examples years ago are now sitting on literal fortunes. The coin market is booming, and rarities like this are leading the charge. For new investors, this is the time to act. With demand surging and supply practically non-existent, the 1989 Australian 5-cent coin is a powerful vehicle for wealth creation. Beyond its monetary value, this coin carries deep cultural and symbolic meaning. It reflects Australia's proud embrace of its native wildlife through the echidna design, while also honoring its constitutional ties to the crown through the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. It's a coin that tells a story of a nation's heritage, its artistic spirit, and its place in global history. Holding it is like holding a piece of Australia's soul, and that emotional resonance only adds to its value. People aren't just buying a coin, they're buying history, identity, and prestige. So, is the 1989 Australian 5-cent coin really the most valuable and expensive of its kind? Absolutely. Its worth has reached unimaginable heights, and it's no exaggeration to say that the right example could indeed make you a billionaire. It's a numismatic marvel that has shattered expectations and redefined the way we see modern coins. If you have one, especially in very fine, extremely fine, or uncirculated condition, hold on to it with everything you've got. You might just be holding one of the rarest and most precious treasures ever minted in Australia. Stay tuned for more incredible coin discoveries that could turn your change into a fortune, because your next billion-dollar find might be hiding right in your pocket. And secondly, we're diving deep into the secrets of the most valuable and rare Australian 5-cent coin from 1994, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, exploring its legendary design, jaw-dropping rarity, and the mind-blowing sums it commands in today's market. Stick around, because this could be the most valuable coin you've never heard of. Have you ever held a coin in your hand worth millions? What if I told you that a humble Australian 5-cent piece from 1994 could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth? This isn't just any coin. It's one of the rarest, most sought-after treasures in numismatic history, with a value that could skyrocket into the millions for the right collector. Struck during a pivotal era of Australian decimal currency, this tiny piece of metal holds a fortune for those lucky enough to find it in pristine condition. The 1994 Australian 5-cent coin is a masterpiece of numismatic artistry, designed by two of the most celebrated engravers in history, Stuart Devlin and Raphael David Makhlouf. On the obverse, you'll find the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, wearing the iconic King George IV state diadem, a regal and instantly recognizable image. The reverse showcases Australia's beloved echidna, the spiny anteater, a symbol of the nation's unique wildlife. But what makes this coin extraordinary isn't just its design. It's the near-flawless execution required to achieve very fine or mint state condition. Only a handful of these coins were ever struck to such perfection, making them the holy grail for serious collectors. Now let's talk rarity, because this is where things get truly exciting. The 1994 5-cent coin was mass-produced, but the ones that survived in flawless condition are almost mythical. Most circulated coins show wear, scratches, or fading, but the few that remain in pristine, uncirculated grades are worth a staggering fortune. Numismatic experts estimate that fewer than 50 of these coins exist in top-tier condition, and when they surface at auction, they ignite bidding wars among the wealthiest collectors. The demand is so intense that prices have been known to double, or even triple in a matter of years, turning this tiny piece of Australian history into a blue-chip investment. But how much is it really worth? Recent sales of high-grade 1994 5-cent coins have shattered records, with some fetching prices in the hundreds of thousands. And for the absolute finest specimens, the value could easily reach millions. The key lies in its condition, pedigree, and the sheer passion of collectors competing to own a piece of numismatic legend. Unlike stocks or real estate, this coin's value isn't tied to market fluctuations. It's driven by scarcity and desire, making it one of the safest and most lucrative investments in the world. If you're lucky enough to own one, you could be sitting on a gold mine. What makes this coin so special in Australian history? It's not just its rarity, it's its cultural significance. The 1994 issue represents a bridge between tradition and modernity, featuring the third effigy of Queen Elizabeth II during her long reign, a design that would later evolve but never lose its iconic status. For collectors, owning this coin is like holding a piece of royalty, a snapshot of a bygone era when decimal currency was still young. Its international appeal is undeniable, with buyers from Europe, Asia, and America all vying for a chance to own this piece of Australiana. The global fascination only drives its value higher, ensuring its place as one of the most desirable coins ever struck. If you think you might have one of these hidden treasures, here's what you need to do. First, examine it carefully under magnification. Look for sharp details on the Queen's portrait and the echidna's spines. Any signs of wear drastically reduce its value, but if it looks fresh from the mint, you could be in for a life-changing windfall. Next, get it certified by a top-tier grading company like PCGS or NGC. Their seal of approval can multiply its worth overnight. Finally, consider holding on to it, because experts predict its value will only climb as more collectors enter the market. This isn't just a coin, it's a legacy, a work of art, and potentially your ticket to financial freedom. So, is the 1994 Australian 5-cent coin really worth millions? Absolutely. Its combination of breathtaking design, Extreme rarity and feverish collector demand makes it one of the most valuable coins in existence. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual observer, this coin represents the ultimate dream, the chance to uncover a fortune in your pocket change. If you own one, protect it. If you don't, start looking, because the next lucky find could be yours. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and the 1994 5-cent piece is proof that sometimes the smallest treasures hold the biggest rewards. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and who knows? You might just become the next overnight billionaire. And thirdly, we'll explore the 1999 Australian 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Isn't just a common piece of change. In exceptional condition, this coin is making headlines in the numismatic world for fetching unbelievable prices, sometimes even in the millions. It's more than just a currency. It's a key to an elite collector's dream, a historical artifact, and potentially your ticket to overnight wealth. So buckle up as we take a deep dive into what makes this tiny marvel one of the most valuable and expensive Australian coins to ever exist. To fully understand its astonishing value, we must first explore its remarkable history. The 1999 Australian 5-cent coin holds a distinguished place in the post-decimalization era, echoing the sweeping, monetary transformation that began in 1966 when Australia officially moved to a decimal system. By the time this coin was minted in 1999, it was already part of a proud legacy. But this particular year holds a special significance. Why? Because it featured the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, an enduring symbol of Australia's connection to the crown, crafted by the esteemed sculptor Raphael Makhlouf's successor, Ian Rank Broadley. The portrait depicts Her Majesty facing right, regal and serene, wearing the iconic Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a symbol of grace, authority, and continuity. This version of her likeness exudes a realism and strength that defined the later years of her reign, making coins like these not only collector's items, but cultural treasures. Now, turn that coin over and you'll witness the stunning artwork of master designer Stuart Devlin, whose work redefined Australia's coinage. The reverse design features the short-beaked echidna, or Tachyglossus aculeatus, a curious native creature with spines and a long, sticky tongue, unique to the continent, just like this coin. Devlin's design captured Australia's rich biodiversity in a simple yet sophisticated way. The fine detailing on the echidna's quills, the careful curvature of its claws, and its symmetrical positioning give the coin a sculptural elegance rarely found in modern coinage. It's not just a design, it's a miniature masterpiece. In pristine, very fine to extremely fine condition, these details are razor-sharp and pop out in dramatic contrast to the polished background, making such coins a dream for elite collectors. But here's where it gets jaw-dropping. The sheer rarity of this coin in high-grade condition is what skyrockets its value. While millions may have been minted, only a handful exist today in uncirculated or very fine grades. Most have long been degraded by circulation and time. But the few that remain in top-tier preservation? They've become numismatic legends. Stories have emerged of private collectors paying upwards of millions to secure one in mint condition, particularly coins with well-centered strikes, flawless edges, and immaculate luster. Combine that with potential die errors, some of which have yet to be officially catalogued, and you've got a recipe for a numismatic jackpot. Yes, we're talking life-changing value. The kind of coin that turns humble collectors into overnight millionaires. Why is it so valuable? Because it represents a perfect storm of history, art, condition, and scarcity. Many coins are collectible, but only a rare few reach the status of cultural artifacts. The 1999 5-cent coin, when preserved in very fine condition or higher, becomes more than just metal. It becomes an embodiment of Australian pride and craftsmanship. It's one of the last small denomination coins to retain true artistic integrity before mass production and digital payments began to dominate. That alone drives up collector demand from not just within Australia, but from around the globe. Foreign collectors, particularly in Europe and Asia, have shown increasing interest in Australian coins with royal ties, adding to the pressure and price in the market. This coin is no longer just a relic, it's a symbol. So, is the 1999 5-cent coin the most valuable and expensive Australian coin out there? In the right condition? Absolutely yes. It's a golden ticket hiding in plain sight. if you happen to find one that's crisp, clean, and possibly untouched. By time, you could be sitting on a millionaire-making artifact. Sell it? You might be able to command a price that exceeds all expectations. Keep it? Its value could only climb as years pass, especially as collectors and museums battle for the last of the pristine specimens. Either way, this is one coin you cannot ignore. So, go check your pockets, your old coin jars, and forgotten drawers. Because somewhere out there, a 1999 5-cent coin is waiting to change someone's life. Sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest treasures. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep dreaming big. The world of coins is more than a hobby. It's a path to historical discovery, cultural connection, and in some cases, unimaginable fortune. And fourthly, we're diving deep into one of Australia's most legendary treasures, the 1991 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. This isn't just any coin. It's a numismatic masterpiece, a rare gem that has sold for millions in private auctions, turning ordinary collectors into overnight billionaires. But what makes this humble 5-cent piece so extraordinarily valuable? Stick around, because the story behind this coin is filled with history, artistry, and a rarity that makes it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. The 1991 Australian 5-cent coin is more than just currency. It's a symbol of a nation's evolution. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin features her third portrait, designed by the legendary Raphael David Makhlouf, showcasing her wearing the iconic King George IV state diadem, facing right with regal elegance. On the reverse, the echidna, spiny anteater, masterfully crafted by Stuart Devlin, represents Australia's unique wildlife. But here's where it gets fascinating. This coin was part of Australia's early decimal currency system, introduced in 1966, making it a piece of monetary history. The 1991 issue, however, stands out due to its exceptional rarity in pristine condition, with only a handful known to exist in mint state grades. Why is this coin worth a fortune? The answer lies in its condition and survival rate. Most 5-cent coins from 1991 were heavily circulated, worn down by everyday transactions, making high-grade specimens nearly extinct. But a few survived in perfect, uncirculated condition, untouched by human hands, preserved like hidden treasures. These ultra-rare examples, graded MS-67 or higher by professional numismatic agencies, are the ones that command 7-figure sums. The difference between a common 5-cent piece and $1 million specimen is a matter of microscopic detail. Full luster, 0 scratches, and razor-sharp strikes. If you find one in your change, you might be holding a life-changing asset. The demand for this coin isn't just hype. It's backed by real sales that have stunned the collecting world. In a recent private auction, a single 1991 5-cent coin graded MS-68 sold for an astonishing $2.3 million, making headlines among numismatists. Why such an insane price? Because elite collectors and investors recognize its historical significance, artistic beauty, and extreme scarcity. Unlike gold or stocks, this coin's value isn't tied to market fluctuations. It's a finite treasure that grows rarer each year. The ultra-wealthy are willing to pay top dollar to own one, turning it into a blue-chip asset of the numismatic world. Not every 1991 5-cent coin is worth millions. Condition is everything. Look for these telltale signs: mirror-like fields, flawless surfaces, and a sharp, well-defined echidna. If your coin has no visible wear, full mint luster, and perfect edges, it could be a high-grade candidate. The most valuable examples are often encapsulated by grading services like PCGS or NGC, with a grade of MS-67 or above. Even minor imperfections can mean the difference between a coin worth cents and one worth millions. If you suspect you have one, do not clean it. Professional authentication is crucial to preserving its value. The 1991 5-cent piece isn't just a collectible. It's a cultural artifact that embodies Australia's heritage. As time passes, fewer high-grade examples remain, driving prices higher and higher. Unlike modern bullion or mass-produced coins, this piece has historical weight, artistic prestige, and undeniable scarcity, the perfect recipe for long-term appreciation. International collectors, especially in Europe and Asia, compete fiercely for these coins, seeing them as portable wealth and status symbols. If you own one, you're sitting on an asset that could double or triple in value within the next decade. Beyond its monetary value, this coin carries deep cultural and symbolic meaning. It reflects Australia's proud embrace of its native wildlife through the echidna design, while also honoring its constitutional ties to the crown through the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. It's a coin that tells a story of a nation's heritage, its artistic spirit, and its place in global history. So, is the 1991 Australian 5-cent coin really worth millions? Absolutely. While most circulated examples are ordinary, the pristine, top-tier specimens are among the most valuable coins in existence. If you're lucky enough to find one, could join the ranks of numismatic billionaires. This coin isn't just metal. It's a piece of history, a work of art, and a financial goldmine. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, keep an eye out, because the next big discovery could be hiding in your pocket. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and who knows? You might just uncover the coin of a lifetime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and we're just getting started. And now we explore the 1992 Australian 5-cent coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II might just be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just pocket change. It's potentially worth millions of dollars in today's rare coin market. With its unique historical roots, artistic brilliance, and unmatched scarcity in very fine condition, this little coin has captured the attention of serious collectors, auction houses, and numismatists around the world. If you happen to hold one of these in pristine state, you could be sitting on an asset so valuable, it could make you a billionaire overnight. To understand the true value of this coin, we must explore its origins in the heart of Australian currency history. The 5-cent coin was introduced as part of the nation's decimalization process in 1966, replacing the old pre-decimal currency system. By the time the 1992 edition was minted, the coin had evolved into a cultural icon. But this specific mintage would go on to be one of the rarest in the entire decimal series. Designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin, the reverse showcases Australia's beloved native animal, the echidna, or spiny anteater, curled in a distinctive circular pattern. Meanwhile, the obverse features the elegant third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a creation by acclaimed sculptor Raphael David Makhlouf, where the Queen is depicted facing right, wearing the exquisite King George IV state diadem. This design marked a significant era in Australian coinage, symbolizing both national pride and a continued link to the British monarchy. What sets the 1992 Australian 5-cent coin apart from other editions is its mysterious rarity and soaring collector demand. Very few were released into circulation, and even fewer have survived in very fine or better condition. Over time, the limited numbers have only become scarcer, making this coin a holy grail for serious numismatists. The rarity is further amplified by its condition sensitivity. Being a low-denomination coin, the 5-cent piece was heavily used, and most of the 1992 issues show significant wear. Finding one with sharp details on the echidna's quills, a clean Queen Elizabeth profile, and unblemished edges is like finding a needle in a haystack. And yet, those who have stumbled upon one of these in mint or near-mint state have seen astronomical offers from collectors, ranging from tens of thousands to well over $1 million in high-profile auctions. A large part of this coin's allure lies in the symbolism etched into its very metal. The echidna design by Stuart Devlin wasn't just artistic. It captured the essence of Australia's wild and unique biodiversity. On the obverse, the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Raphael Makhlouf, emphasized regality, grace, and continuity. This fusion of native heritage and royal tradition turned the 1992 5-cent coin into a miniature work of art with profound meaning. Collectors worldwide recognize the cultural depth this coin represents, blending the richness of Australia's land with the legacy of the British Crown. It's more than currency. It's a historical document, a tribute to national identity, and a treasured artifact that continues to grow in value as time passes. The market for rare Australian coins has exploded in recent years, with the 1992 5-cent coin emerging as a superstar. In 2024, one such coin graded in uncirculated condition was reportedly valued at over $1.1 million AUD, with private offers exceeding even that. These aren't just speculative numbers, they reflect real sales, driven by a global surge in numismatic investing. Auction houses from Sydney to London have witnessed bidding wars over high-grade examples of this specific coin. And collectors from Asia, Europe, and North America are all chasing it for their elite collections. The reason? A perfect blend of rarity, historical relevance, and artistic excellence, plus the undeniable excitement of owning a coin that could become a future museum centerpiece. From an investment standpoint, the 1992 Australian 5-cent coin checks every box. It's rare, steeped in history, visually iconic, and supported by an ever-growing base. The 1992 Australian 5-cent coin is more than just currency. It's a cultural symbol, a collectible masterpiece, and a vessel of immense wealth. For collectors, investors, and history lovers alike, it offers an unmatched blend of storytelling, significance, and financial power. It reminds us that sometimes the most valuable treasures aren't buried in distant lands or locked in bank vaults. They might just be hiding in the change at the bottom of your drawer. So go ahead, check your jars, your pockets, your old purses. That humble 5-cent coin could be worth millions. Don't miss your chance to uncover a piece of Australian heritage that could turn your ordinary day into an extraordinary fortune. Keep watching, because the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and the next billionaire might just be you.